Are you tired of losing money trading? Do you enter a trade only to watch the price go the exact opposite direction immediately? Then this video is for you. Be sure to stay to the end because I'm going to cover pro setups on how to use volume, Fibonacci's, and get laser entries and exits. You don't want to miss this one.
Hey, I'm Scott, and I've been a pro trader for 10 years. In these videos, I'm going to teach you everything I've learned so you don't have to learn the hard way. Remember to follow and share the channel, and also have your alerts on because I'm going to give you a lot of updates and you want to be the first to know.
Anytime you trade, the first thing you want to know is what are traditional markets doing? Traditional markets have been in a very fierce uptrend and they're probably going to do a little bit of consolidation here, okay? So you want to know that when you're entering trades, what's going on in the market. Now we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the high time frame here has broken out of this giant head and shoulders pattern, and we're basically expecting it to consolidate here and then make a move up eventually into these higher time frames, okay? But for now, we've got a breakout. Everything's looking bullish, all right? SRSI is up, that's bullish. We're watching this bearish divergence. That's for another video, not today. But what we're doing here, we're looking for a trade setup on Bitcoin. Now, this is the weekly time frame. Let's dive in and look at the 6-hour time frame. Now, yesterday, I took a long on the 9 EMA retest, and that actually was alerted on X at CryptoBro alerts well in advance of the trade. Okay, so if you want to see how to get laser entries, you can follow me on X. Now, that said, I'm long from down here, okay? Right around 115.8. Now, I found that trade on the daily time frame. Let's look at this 6-hour time frame. What can we expect here? All right, when I take a look at this time frame, it looks a lot different than the weekly time frame and the daily, doesn't it? What we want to notice here are our major levels, okay? Major resistance at 121.4. There's a point of control, which is a volume pocket at 117.6, and there's a support resistance flip down here at 115.2. Not only that, there's a CME gap down here around 114. The market makers probably want to come down here and grab that liquidity. Liquidity's volume is where all the traders are. So all the stop losses are down here now. Plus you have James Nguyen, who's this trader that's been doing 40x leverage trades on millions of dollars, and the market makers are going after his trades. So this thesis is based on a short setup. Now remember, I'm already long from down here, all right? So, looking to take a short. Now, most traders on crypto Twitter right now, they're too anxious to get short. Let me show you what I mean by that. They're already trying to get short on a move back here to the 50% retrace level. I think that's too early personally. I don't think you should be shorting this level, but a level that does look good is this golden pocket right here around the 618 to 65 golden pocket resistance level. It's right here into about 120 to 120.6, give or take. All right, now what you're going to look for, you see this white line, you're looking for a spike into this level and then a rejection back below the level, and then essentially flipping this into resistance. Okay, that's your trigger. Now once you get a trigger, you enter the trade short. By the way, you can hold your long if you want and just take a short trade. Now your risk needs to be managed. In other words, you don't want to take too much risk. So if you enter this trade on something like this, you can have your stop loss above the wick high if price comes here, okay? Now, if you really want to be safe, honestly, you're probably going to have to raise your stop loss level up here a little higher, above the 786, which is 121,648, because price will probably come try to tag this level. It's also R1 right around 125,452. So to be safe, you probably need to have this amount of risk involved. Now for me, I'll probably take a tighter trade, and then if I get stopped out, I'll take a paper cut and then I'll re-enter a short trade up here as a second independent trade. That's something you need to learn how to do. Now, the reward, this is the risk, all right? The reward is hold this trade and look for a move all the way back down here to liquidate James Nguyen and to hit support resistance right around 115,247. That would be a really good long setup down here, okay? And I'll have that on X. And it comes back and it clips this daily candle low, okay? So this daily candle low is going to be a target for the market makers. and there's a CME gap down here around 114.2 that's unfilled. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. But these concepts we teach in the FFA, the link's in the description, check it out. But let me show you a quick volume pull and a fib pull. Here's a volume pull. You go over here to the fixed range volume profile. You click on this candle, you pull it the full range, you click again, your volume's right here. This is where all the traders are. So the market makers want to come back here and they want to stop out all those traders and grab that liquidity. Okay, this is a perfect setup for that. Price comes up, comes back down. Now, we need at least 3 confluence. So that's 1 is grabbing this liquidity and coming back down. 2, we're going to look at our Fibonacci retrace levels. Grab your Fibonacci tool, go from the pivot high to the pivot low, right? And right there, you're going to see, as clear as day, that is the golden pocket retrace. It's just super common fib level, 120.6, to look for a short into this region, okay? Now, obviously, this region above at R1, this R1 for a reason, resistance 1, is another level you can look for price to reject from. This could be an A, B, C type of correction after a huge move on the weekly. Look at this move. We went from basically 98K to 123K on the weekly. So on the daily, an A, B, C correction is not something that's astounding. It's probably going to happen. Okay, so this is short-term trading. If you like this video, comment and let me know. I'll give you more of this. If you didn't like this and this is all sounds like I'm talking about space travel, tell me and I won't do as many of these videos. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed it and I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Hey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, click the link in the description. You can join the Financial Freedom Academy email list. We're going to give you free market updates every Wednesday, trading tips, and insider information you don't want to miss. Check it out.